back to Vince Custom. So today I'm sharing with you a Sideshow Collectible Storm Premium Format statue that I converted into the blue and yellow outfit from like the Jim Lee 90s era. This kind of came about in a way that I didn't have planned, but it's kind of what worked out. And then basically it's going to one of my clients that is a Storm lover. I told him that I was working on one and he really wanted to snag it. It's kind of like a offset item that I didn't plan for. So I'll kind of give you the story of the background on how this came to be. I really liked the Storm statue that Sideshow produced. It was really a great statue. I really wanted it in my collection because I wanted to make the Extreme X-Men line, because I love the Extreme X-Men outfits. They're kind of like a reddish gray type of outfits. And I got her because I figured she was going to be the start of the line. But what happened is it took her a while to come out. And by the time she came out, I sort of was like, I don't know if I really want to make the Extreme X-Men, because I decided I was going to get the Modu cases and I was going to try to change up my collection a little bit more. And I really wanted to cut it down to Holy Grails and then instead of trying to do the Extreme X-Men line. And so what I did is, when I got her in the mail, I was like, all right, I'm going to start working on her. I pulled off the shoulder pads and I pulled off the cape stuff. I was going to contact the seamstress, but the seamstress sort of kind of hasn't really been doing much. She's been having a lot of stuff, so I kind of really don't really have someone to do cloth. And I used the shoulder pads that came with her to make that custom head Storm base, because I had an extra head. And she was kind of sort of collecting dust, and I was like, what am I going to do with the statue? So I said, all right, it's time to convert her into a Storm and sort of come up with a little bit of a different take on her. Instead of doing like the old black outfit, or this one was the silver outfit, instead of doing like, I wanted to do one of the outfits that didn't have a cape, because it's very hard to sculpt a cape, and I didn't have anybody that could do any sewing work either. So I looked throughout all her variations, and I said, you know what, the blue and yellow outfit would be really cool, and also to have short hair, I think would look really cool with the statue. So that's what I decided to do. So I took the Storm, I chopped up some areas, you know, I filled up her arms, I had to rebuild some stuff around in here. I added the glove stuff as well. We added the short to the hair, we'll kind of go over that in a second. The X here was printed out from Raz from my live streams. He does 3D printing. I contacted him and see if he had the next thing. I think he said he sculpted this real quick in a program, and he printed me out, I think, like 3 or 2 sizes, and this one was actually perfect. So I kind of sort of chiseled out the stomach area a little bit, kind of sunk it in, and then I sculpted the stretching like belt around it. I did all the yellow, outfit on her from the, the Storm, and basically just kind of ran with it in my own little take. So a lot of the shoulder and underneath the arms are a little bit tricky. I had to kind of rebuild some of these areas around here, and that's kind of what that did. Now I redid her booty, so we're going to give you guys a booty shot. If you look at the original Storm from Sideshow, that's in the the silver white outfit, whatever, it's kind of like a flat booty. So what I did is I sort of jumbled out the crack a little bit, and I put this like yellow thong in there. So I think that works good for giving a nice booty shot. Since there's no cape here, if you want to look at her from behind, at least you got a nice shot now. And then I sculpted the gloves, the belts, the boots, and all that stuff. It really wasn't too much. It was just kind of like sanding down some stuff and tweaking stuff. Her boots, I don't think she has I forgot. Did she have boots up here? I don't know. It's just been a while since I worked on this. This has kind of been going on the side for a long time now. But the head is probably the most, fun part of the whole item. So the hair is from a Wonder Woman kit. I forgot the guy's name. He made a Wonder Woman statue, and I really liked the heads. And I told him I was really interested in the heads, and he was kind enough to, we did sort of a swap. I think I gave him the Power Girl bust or something, or a head or something, and he gave me copies of the heads. So this is one of the short hair heads that's been sitting in my box, and I haven't used it for a project. And I wanted to do Storm in short hair, but she has so many different styles of short hairs that I was like, what can I do? How can I sculpt it from scratch? And then I figured, oh, I got this short hair in there. Let me see if it works. So I did have to sort of tweak it and sort of Dremel it down and sort of resculpt some hair and stuff. And then it is a separate piece from the back. You can kind of see I sculpted the back of the hair a little bit, so it kind of goes into it. And then what I did is I glued it in at the end, and it worked. Now, sadly, my Storm earrings on this statue sort of fell off when I was working on all this stuff, and I lost them. So I went over to Joann's when I was looking for some other like trinkets and stuff, and I found these like lightning bolt earrings. Sadly, they're all at the same direction, so what I had to do is flip one over and grind it down to get like the plastic like coloring off of it, so you can have the earrings sort of like in different directions. And then what I had to do is sort of Dremel into the ear, and I put a nail in there to make it look like there's a little bit of a piece clasp on it. That's the only thing I could come up with. I tried sculpting bolts, but what happened is as I started getting them down with eaves into that short thing, they would either chip or break, and it was just becoming a nightmare. So I found these metal ones, and they worked out pretty well. And then I painted our skin tone, a different type of skin. Since I have a little bit left of the Garage Kit's African flesh, I sort of use it in here. But I did some other stuff with some other things, and it worked out pretty good. I like to sort of give it that mahogany, orangey look to her skin. But this one, I didn't throw it too much in there, like, not like those makeup magazines. I wanted to get a little bit more natural this time, and I think I kind of got that, where I got her a nice, darker skin, but it worked out pretty well. And other than that, that's it. I mean, that's pretty much straightforward. So the blue is Citadel blue. I forgot the paint, and I did some shading in there. There's no black paint in the shading. It's a dark brown that I mixed in with another blue, and that's kind of like the darkest shading that's in there. And then I kind of did a flat satin on it, a little bit more of a flat coat. And then for the yellow is more of a mustard yellow. It's not like a bright yellow out of the bottle. It's more of a mustard yellow. It's mixed with like raw sienna and some orange. And then after that was painted, I hit it with a nice satin varnish on top of it, so it looks more like a leathery, sort of more durable yellow compared to the blue part of the outfit. So that's kind of what I came up with that. And that's pretty much it. And of course the hair is just basically white with some like light bluish gray shading and stuff like that. And that's it. That's pretty much the Storm from Blue and Yellow. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad it's going to someone I do a lot of work for. He's a huge Storm lover, so I told him, I said, you don't have to snag it, but I figured I'd show it to you. And this is just one of the many side projects I do. Sometimes I get stuff that I want in my collection, and it changes, and I don't want it, and I just do this stuff so I have extra eaves and filler on the side. I can utilize it. Or it's something that I found cheap on eBay, and, I kind of just wing stuff and have some fun. So I'm always having extra side projects that I get to do what I want, that kind of let me just kind of have the freedom of trying different things and then selling them off. Or it's just something that I've always wanted to do and make, but I don't want to keep it. It's kind of weird, but you never know what I kind of have on the side that I'll make up down the line. But all in all, this was pretty fun. I think this looks pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it would look good next to maybe the Sideshow Jean Grey and the Cyclops setup, because they're kind of close to this Jim Lee era. And if not, if you're just a fan of Storm and you like seeing Storm in the blue and yellow with short hair, that's what I came out with. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more videos.